Hello YouTube, how you doing? How you doing? It's Keith Kevin Ken. I'm Kevin. Time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. And oh, it's cold. It is cold outside. I'll tell you, I'm on the east coast of the US and woo, is it freezing. And from what I hear from the Weather Channel, it's freezing in the south and in the mid everywhere. But of course, we should expect the cold weather, right? It's Saturday, January 7th, 2017. Saturday, January 7th, 2017. I finally wrote the year right. Work went fast on a short week, but man, I wrote 2016 so many times it wasn't even funny. It is a new year. Some new pocket dump deconstructions. I am so happy to continue to do this day after day after day. It's later in the night. Now remember, Monday through Friday, I do the pocket dump deconstructions before running out to work late. So it's around 11 o'clock when I put it up. But on the weekends, come on guys. Give me a little time to rest up. Give me time to play around with my Blue Apron and try to do what I call cooking, but really following instructions using their ingredients. I feel like a chef, though. You know, us guys are, hey, I feel like a chef. And let's see, what else? Just having a good time, watching movies and stuff. I'm excited. I didn't expect to have a bunch of new knives to kick off the beginning of January. And man, I've been lucky enough to come across a number of knives and even a new knife company with a couple of knives that I really enjoyed. I have not had a zero tolerance knife until this week. Let me shout out even before I go any further. I have got to shout out JJV99 when I asked you guys what kind of knives should I go for. And he said the zero tolerance ZT0450. I checked with everyone. There's a titanium version, and also we'll talk about the titanium version, also the carbon fiber version that I'll talk about as well. I bought them both. And man, real nice knives. I know that ZT knives are pretty much known for their overbuilt knives. In fact, that's their slogan, right? Proudly overbuilt in the USA. And I'm not all that crazy about overbuilt knives. Actually, I like some overbuilt knives. But man, now I have a carry. Ooh, I'm having fun. This is the second day in a row that I'm carrying a ZT knife. Of course, it's the same knife, just yesterday it was carbon fiber, today it's going to be titanium. I also want to do a quick shout out to Blades for Days as well, because he's the one that pointed and said that there's a special edition ZDP 189 blade edition. And of course, man, I can't find any of those available. And anyway, stop trying to get me hooked, you guys. I really appreciate all the comments. I read all the comments. I have got to set aside some time to respond. You guys know I do it in batches, and I'm so late at doing that. And I apologize so much, but trust me, I read all of your comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm just so happy to have a community where we can talk and show off the knives. I'm going to try to do a lot more videos, so those will be coming your way. I don't want to overdo it. Plus, I just have to fix a time and a way of doing them all. Right now, though, we're going to do the pocket dump deconstructions every single day like we've done for over 330 days consecutively. Today, I'm running out with friends. Hey, I treat them like I treat the pocket dump deconstructions, right? Hey, where you at? Where are you going? I'm coming. Late. Really, usually my Saturday watch, but I can wear any of my watches at any time. But the tag is just from me. just like I have a thin Rolex Precision that I put on my wrists, usually on Mondays, because I put it, if it's not Mondays, like it hasn't been, we've had vacation days the past 2 weeks. It's Tuesday. It's usually the first work day. It's kind of like strapping it on, going, okay, time for work. This is like, okay, time for play. I love the tag. I just think, for me, I called it before, I'll call it again. It's the Sabenza. Sabenza of the watch world. The cigar, oh, I love the weekends where I can just spend some time and smoke the cigar. Even though, because I'm such in a habit because of work, I could have been smoking this thing early. But I'm still saving it at night. I like it when it's dark, peaceful. I turn off all my electronics. And believe me, it's a lot of electronics in this place. I'm as crazy about electronics, more crazy about electronics than I am about knives. But this is just a wonderful cigar. It's the Partagas Series P number 2 Canadian. Sheesh. A Cuban cigar. You guys know I ramble on the weekends because I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not as focused as I am right before going to work. This is one of my thin vintage Coach wallets. I'm just a Coach fanatic too. It's all over the place. I don't even use it enough. Let's see, what else? Oh, can't forget the coin. My lucky coin for today is part of that Chinese Lunar Year coin. I have these Chinese flower coins. This is 1 ounce Lunar Year of the Snake from 2013. I have a bunch of collections. I wish I hadn't slabbed or hadn't purchased the slab version. That's the ones that are evaluated and they give you, most of them are, for me, 65 to 69. They just rank them and all of that stuff for collectors. So those don't fit in the pocket for good luck. I have a bunch of Chinese Lunar Year coins that go back decades. But I love that coin for good luck. I always carry a 1 ounce silver coin because my grandfather always carried American silver dollars. And of course, since 1964, there's no such thing. So of course I collect a lot of silver, and I always want to carry a 1 ounce of silver coin for good luck. It's vodka. It's vodka. This has got to be one of the skinniest carries around. I'll tell you, the knife that got away is a new knife, and that's a medium knife. I wanted to go with both of my new knives as carries, and I'll tell you, I was going to do it. Just didn't feel right. And then, man, it's a knife that when I got it, let's talk about the knives now. The keychain knife, I know I stopped what I was going into, but we'll pick it up later. The keychain knife is an oldie but a goodie. It's the Spyderco Jester with FRN scales, fiberglass reinforced nylon. It's very nice and tough. I really like the shape of the blade. It's AUS-6 blade, AUS-6 steel, an older steel. Jimping right before. I don't know why they have jimping there. I guess it helps you a little. I love that they have the jimping close though to the blade, so you can really do some close-in work with this. Real nice, strong backlock, very strong backlock. Just a nice little knife. 2 inches, just under 2 inches in length. That's the Spyderco Jester for my keychain knife. Here's the knife, I'll tell you. And people don't. Someone left a comment that was a good comment. And I think about it, you know, as I go through these collections, because I do the pocket dump deconstructions and it's 3 knives, really it's always 4 knives or more. There'll even be more today when we're finished with this one. Um, you know, have I ever considered doing a video for individual knives? I do have some videos on individual knives. My first reaction videos, I have a playlist of them. I will be doing more of them. I'm going to do one on the ZTs. Of course, it is an individual model knife, but hey, I was a ZT virgin basically. And so we're going to talk about my first ZTs. I'm also going to do one around the other new knife that I'll show you in a few moments. But obviously I've done it on the Sage 5. I've done it just recently on the Para 3, so go check that out as well. The new paramilitary, the shortened paramilitary. But I'll tell you, this knife, when I got it, when I was just, 2 years ago maybe, I was thrilled. Because one of my first knives was the Kiwi, stainless steel Kiwi. And I'll tell you, the stainless steel Kiwi, let's see. The thing about the Kiwi, man, even though this is one of the most enduring shapes, the Kiwi's been around a long time for Spyderco. Man, it's a slip joint, but let me tell you something. And I can't even lift this thing without 2-hand openers. That's how stiff it is. This is an old one. It is a slip joint, but look at that great choil. 50-50 choil on a small knife like this. I actually think it fits. It's one of the best fitting knives. And I love, look at it. These are fat Michelin Man hands, and it just fits just perfect. It really does in the hand. I've always been a fan of this. I've always been a fan of the Kiwi. I know that earlier on, before I even started collecting, they had Kiwis that had backlocks. But of course, those are hard to find, hard to come across. And if you do, or when you do, and there's several of them with great inlays. If you do, when you do, they're pretty expensive. So I was so thrilled about the Kiwi. I even got this ugly one. And this one, because it's a little, feels the hand a lot better. And because you get that upward level leverage almost, it helped me to open it with the Spidey hole. But man, it's just a real nice, I love it. It filled the hand a lot better. I'm picking these off of my desk because, of course, I haven't done my slip joint video, and they've been sitting on the desk, so I'm looking at them. So the Kiwi has always fascinated me as a slip joint, and then they released the Kiwi 4, and I was in heaven. Oh, I don't carry it enough. The upside, again, when you're my age, I have grown kids, I've gone through all of that kind of thing, and I just went really balls deep. I'm sorry, that's a horrible thing. See what happens on Saturdays when I'm watching comedies and stuff? I get that kind of vulgar kind of stuff. Anyway, I really went crazy, as I want to when I get collecting, no matter what it is. And so this kind of a knife gets lost, you know, because you have Chris Reeve knives and all of that, and you forget this wonderful knife. And you know, these are slip joints. This, of course, is not. It's the Kiwi 4. They upped the blade as well, because the original Kiwis came with the same blade that Spyderco used on their Value series knives. 8CR 13 MOV steel. Well, they upgraded to VG10. It's just easy open, strong backlock, it's bigger. Just a perfect, real small EDC knife. Let me tell you, this is just a nice knife. I have not carried it in the 340 days, at least I don't remember carrying it, since I started these pocket dump deconstructions. And the T045, 0450 is what made me think about this, because it's so thin. It's hard to carry something with this thin knife. The zero tolerance knife. Everything feels so fat, even though it isn't, when you carry with it. And I found this today, and I love this knife. Yes, you hear people go crazy over a custom knife. You hear people go crazy over all kinds of knives, but I go crazy over a knife that I thought was so well built, brought me so much joy, and then I stopped using it because I got fancy. I got a bunch of fancy knives. If you haven't seen the Kiwi 4, check it out. It's still being produced. It has not been discontinued. Great action on the blade. It really is a wonderful action. The blade is just under 3 inches. So it's legal in a lot of places, just under 3 inches. VG10 steel. It has this G10 on it, not rugged G10, but this black G10. And look at the clip, the wire deep carry clip as well. Just really light as well. Stainless steel liners. It is just a wonderful knife. Unless you pick up one, you just won't understand just how nice it fits in the hand. And I'll tell you something, to me, it is the perfect companion. The perfect companion to the ZDT 0450. The perfect companion. I mean, these two and that on a keychain, it's the skinniest carry I've ever had. It's just perfect. It is really a wonderful carry. And yes, this is the titanium ZDT 0450. And why I'm so happy about it, is it the best knife in my cases? No, of course not. I've got a lot of great knives, but I can't think of a better first knife to introduce you to a knife maker. I mean, as a virgin, this is pretty cool. I really love it. I really love it. Of course, this is the titanium version of the knife. 3.25 inches. S35 VN steel. Has a little jimping right there. It flips like a dream. I will tell you that, where's the carbon fiber? So I bought both of them. This came in yesterday, blacked out with DLC coating on it, carbon fiber scale, and the titanium with the frame lock. This is full titanium. This is a lot lighter right here, obviously, because of the titanium. I have to say, to me, the carbon fiber flips better. I mean, the carbon fiber just flings out there. It's very light, very thin. Obviously, a full tie version is going to be a little heavier, and it still flips like a dream. Every now and then, I'll miss the flip, like, and I don't like that, I don't know why, because when it flips, it flips. So it's not like a regular D10. I thought maybe because I was pressing on the lock bar. I mean, these are thin knives, but again, I don't have that problem here. And how it's designed with the ZD clip off the lock bar, and because it's so thin, I'm used to a lot fatter knives, obviously. Your fingers kind of automatically get placed on the clip when you're flipping it. This is how I'm flipping it, right? So you see the fingers are off of that, and it flips like a dream. I've noticed, because I've been flipping it like crazy every now and then, it's not a big problem, and maybe it's me. Maybe it's my old hand. Old arthritis is starting to come in my hand every now and then. I do slip like this because under these lights, my hands get a little greasy. But even with the lights off, but see, I'm kind of holding it the same, right? And I'm not having any problem while I'm on the camera, which is good. So it isn't a defective knife at all. I love it. I love this knife, and I'm carrying it. And both of them came out of the box sharp. But I think that these two as a carry, so thin. Hey, love the ZT, obviously. I love these 0450 as my first knives. Thank you very much for introducing them to me. But out of this carry, the surprise thing that I really fell in love with, and it's because I love the car. I've been playing with the ZT knives for 2 days straight, is that Kiwi. I'm reintroduced to something that was already in my Pelican case. That Kiwi 4, that's a sleeper, buddy. That's a sleeper. That's the carry. I just threw in the other Kiwis to give you an idea of the improvement on the 4. And I threw in the carbon fiber ZT because I have them both, right? The titanium just came in yesterday after work. That's a great thing to have waiting for you when you get home. The day before, I talked about this in a Pocket Dump Deconstruction yesterday. I'll do just hey, a million people have done these single videos on this model of the zero tolerance knife. But I'm going to do mine because, hey, it's a new knife for me. Okay, and talk about how much I love it and why. But I'm carrying the titanium to my friends. I'm going to have the Kiwi as well. My friends usually like me to do the fancy stuff when they see me, but man, I like that carry. I really do. That's the carry. I posted it on Instagram just a few moments ago. Turned my iPhone 6s Plus from those photos. I posted them, then turned it on video to give you this video. Thumb it up, folks, if you enjoy this. If you want me to just keep going, because I feel like keep going. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have this discussion with you guys. I mean, we talk about all kinds of stuff, right? We talk about cigars and watches and knives and, oh, man, I really have a good time with you guys. Anyway, thumb this up. Let me know that you're out there. Let me know. So go crazy on the thumb ups. Don't forget to share. Let people know that we're here, and we're here every single day. Plus, we'll have special ones as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's very important. We want to make it to 2,000 subscribers. Once we do, I'll be giving away 2 very good new Spydercos. At least one will be a sprint run, first edition Spyderco. Okay? If you've already subscribed, hit that bell next to you because I'm having trouble finding. I subscribe to a lot of YouTubers and I'm having trouble finding the videos. One will pop up and then I'll watch them and I'll realize that I missed 3 of the other ones. So go check them out. Check out the channel. I have a bunch of playlists. You guys know we over 330 everyday videos, but we have a lot of playlist stuff as well. So go check it out. There you have it. Talked about the Instagram at Keith Kevin King. Come join the feed. I post a lot of photos every single day, knife related photos. But you know what? This ain't Instagram. Oh. Shucks. What do we do first? Oh, we do this. This ain't Instagram. This is the new knife I wanted to carry with my ZT. I just got this yesterday too with the ZT. This is the new Spyderco. It's the new Spyderco Efficient. Now, people have been, there's a couple of videos on this, and I'm going to do mine on the value folders, all of the value folders. And obviously everyone does great videos. I watch all of the folks. I don't think they're excited enough about this knife. Now, let me explain. I collect a lot of knives. I collect some high-end knives, high-end productions. I've got a couple of customs. I get it. And I get where the sizzle is. And I get what the views are and the likes and all that on YouTube. I get it. All right. I love showing you stuff. It's not to brag, but I watch the cars people have. I'm fascinated by it. I don't own them. I can't own them, but I'm fascinated by them. And so I'm happy that that's a resource. And that's why I try to make this fun. But let me tell you something. The Spyderco value folders mean a lot to me. That's what started me on knives. I wasn't thinking about knives. I saw a video and I said, oh, let me try one. So I went to Amazon and bought a Spyderco knife. Okay? And the Spyderco knife that I bought was the Spyderco Persistence. This was the knife. Look at it. I've used all of the knives. And I cut myself more than I cut anything else because I was new to knives. Now my brain says, without me knowing it, hey, you're closing a knife. I don't have to pay that much attention. But before, man, we all shed blood, right? Went through a lot of Band-Aids. But this was my very first knife. It was an inexpensive knife. I was going to do a value folder review, my first impressions of this new Efficient, and then go through the value folders. But I want to at least look when I record it at the prices on Amazon and include that in my reviews, because the value folders, yes, they're inexpensive. They're you guys, anyone can get them, but these are quality knives. Everything I talk about when I talk about Spyderco, everything you can find in a value folder. Everyone calls them the value folders because that's what Spyderco calls them. What they don't tell you is the importance of making sure that knives, quality production knives, can get in the hands of everyone. Now listen, I've had a $20 knife. I still, maybe it was the age I still haven't found a knife better than my Boy Scout knife, okay, when I was 10 years old. No knife is better than that Boy Scout knife. So it's not just the materials and stuff, it's what it is, what effect it has on you. I'm telling you, that value folder of Spyderco, the 4 value folder knives and now the 5th, they haven't added a knife to the value folders in a very long time. This is the first one. They're going to introduce 2 in 2017. This is the first one. It's the Efficient. Now listen, it's a 3-inch blade. Okay? Let's see. Oh, shucks, I just packed away my para 3. Or if it was on my desk, I'd put it. The handle is a thicker handle. It's black G10. The blade is like the blade in all of them, like I told you, 8 CR13 MOV steel. So the materials aren't as highfalutin as the other Spydercos or other knives, but man, do they cut. They come out of the box sharp as a razor, smooth as silk. Now let me tell you about this 3-inch blade. Here's the one thing, let's see, oh, here we go. The one big difference, I think, of this knife than all the others is that Spyderco has included a forward choil on the value folder. You see here, they don't have one on these. They just don't. All right? So they've added that. You guys, well, wrong. I pulled a knife and that was the wrong one. You guys know I love my forward choils, but I think when someone's starting out with knives, it's just safer to have that room, that 50-50 choil. It just feels better in the hand. They've also, with the choil right here for this finger, they cut it deeper so it's a lot easier to get to that release right here. You see that? The liner lock is really simple to get to, which I really like. Now, the one thing that's interesting, so it's a little fatter handle I like. I love the forward choil. It's a 3-inch blade. This is perfect. You know, it fits right in. Look, I'm not going to do the whole video of all of them, but it's one that was missing. So the Ambitious is at 2.3 inches. The Persistent is at 2.8 inches. This is now at 3 inches, which is going to just be great. I really like this. One other thing that they've changed is they have stainless steel on the back halfway up. So it's still cleanable. I get it. It gives a little bit of weight to the knife, which I like. I think they should have kept. Look, these are nitpicky, right? Um, I think it's better for a new knife maker. Look, I still don't know how to clean a knife, but I know how to blow out one when a lot of gunk is in there. I just think it probably is easier if it was more of an open construction and continue that way. But I love this knife. I love the concept of the knife, the value folders. There's going to be another one coming out this year, and it's going to be called the Polestar, Polestar, and it's actually, they have shipped American steel to Japan to get it made, or China to get it made. Yep, they ship it to China. I'm sorry, Japan. I know the difference. I apologize. I'm doing this quick off the cuff. But obviously these are made in China. That's how they keep the value so low. But they have shipped American steel. They're going to use CTS BD1 steel on the Polestar. And they're going to have textured gray G10 on it. It'll still be inexpensive. But they're upping the materials a bit. I know I'm going on and on. I've got all these knives. I've got a bunch of expensive knives, but I just think it's important to talk about the value knives. It's not going to get the views. It's not going to get everyone going, ooh, ah, Kevin's got, the greatest Todd bag, yada, yada. But when we're talking knives here among us, right, we believe in keeping our pockets full of stuff. Knives and cigars and all of that stuff. Value folders are great. Great for gifts. Great when your young folks are ready to deal with knives. You'll see that all of my older ones are dirty. Because, they're users. And that's the thing. Because they don't cost as much as the others, you tend to use them more. I just love it. Okay, enough of that. This thing is going on and on. I wait too late to post it, then I go on and on. But you guys get the drill. One last knife real quick. I'm already over 30 minutes. I apologize. Thank goodness it's digital. You guys can fast forward me. I don't take offense. Had to go down and get my blue apron. So I had to bring a big knife down for the boys in the mailroom for us to have our chat and cut up some boxes. Because of my Gail Bradley love of The Advocate. And I did that video and included this is my fixed blade, my Gail Bradley Bowie, which is really nice with PSF 27 steel, 5.1 inches. Man, they love these knives. This G10 is so smooth. I still say Spyderco does some of the best smooth G10 handles ever. There you have it. All the knives, including the big one for the mailroom boys. Hey, you guys. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. You have a perfect day. Take care of your families. Take care of your friends. But most of all, you got to take care of yourself before you do all of those things. Keep those pockets full. Keep warm. Goodbye.